geez. 안녕하세요, 여러분. Ren입니다. And this is a live update. Yes. It is 4:13 a.m. and this is my fourth time trying to go live. Oh, I'm so tired now. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm up because I scheduled my interview with the company at the wrong time. So my interview was at 3 a.m. It is 4:14 a.m. now, but I accidentally scheduled my job interview for 3 a.m. And I was just like, I'm really tired. And it was like 10 p.m. And I was like super tired. I'm like, okay, Ren, you have to do this interview. Like, this company seems to be like one of the only ones that are really getting a lot of bookings. So like all the teachers say they're like booked. So I'm just like, okay, let me hop on there. However, the guy who did my interview told me, he was like, okay, well, the start date right now is going to be the 25th of January. I'm like inside, I'm like screaming, like, no. But he was like, if he was like, I'll know for sure by the middle of the week. And if it is available sooner to start, would you be okay starting sooner? I was like, yes, I would prefer to start sooner. But, I'm okay with waiting. But really, I need a job now. Like, I needed a job last week. If you didn't know, if you didn't watch our fire video or the video after that about Cambly, I lost my job. So I am jobless. I have that's not exactly completely, entirely true, because I'm contracted with another company. However, I had no bookings with them since the end of February. So I have not been working with them, even though I had things open, like my slots open. I had no bookings. So I finally got one booking with them for for the day after Christmas. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, thank you, awesome Roblox gamer. I know why you couldn't hear me. That is why I'm on update number 4. You couldn't hear me because I was doing the streaming thing and I was supposed to be doing the webcam live instead. Yes. Oh, Nicholas. Okay. Hello, Nicholas. Oh, Saint Nick. But yes. So besides that job stuff, we have been in like game world because Lily's not in kindergarten. She's doing some learning stuff, but not as much as she was earlier in the year. But she will start back her real learning tomorrow, which I told her she has to. Well, I guess today, because we have to get back on it. So she's been gaming world for like the past 3 months, and it's getting too much for me because the YouTube channels that she loves to watch, it's funny. I don't think it's funny. So I don't enjoy hearing those and hearing them 500 times. And now she memorized them again because that's what Lily does. She memorizes like everything, like storybooks, TV shows, things people say. So if you ever want to say anything about anyone and Lily is next to you, just don't, because she will let them know. She will remember it forever. Oh, thank you. Who is that? Hyunmin? Hi, Hyunmin. Thank you. Actually, I had my interview already. They're just not like sending out contracts until later. So I'm pretty sure I was fine. Like, he explained the whole platform to me, told me how their group classes work, how their individual classes work. And it seemed like they wanted me. They really wanted me. Ah, this is not my favorite water. Actually, I prefer this is the Jeju Samdasu, and I actually prefer this the Kupang Gonggong water. Like it's a new water. I actually think that one tastes a little bit crisper. I don't even know. No, water is not water, Nicholas. No, those are the lies they tell. Water is not water. There is spring water, there is mineral water, there is super spring water, there is high pH, there is low pH balance, there are all the things in between. So, water is not water. And some water doesn't actually like you drink it and it feels like it doesn't hydrate you. That is not the good water. You don't want that water. Yes, there's poop water. It is true. Oh my gosh, you sound just like Lily. She was singing some Christmas thing about poop, which you guys will see in a video later if I ever get our Vlogmas stuff up. And that's another thing, Vlogmas. So the plan was the plan for December was to do 25 days of Christmas songs. That was my plan. I was going to do 25 days of Christmas songs because hello, our YouTube is called Musical Soul for a reason. I was a music major, vocal performance in school, and I love music. I play guitar, I write songs, but there's only like one, not even full song cover on our channel, and it was not supposed to be like that. Our channel was supposed to be mostly like music and gaming. That was my like music, gaming, and like Korea. So it was like showing different things about Korea, but it was supposed to be really heavily on music covers. So I was like, okay, December's coming. I'm going to do 25 days of Christmas songs to get to get my like musical side back, because I'm like, Christmas music is the best. Like Christmas is the best time to start like this thing, Christmas songs. But no, the fire happened. And guys, can you see this wall? You can see. So this area is like really, really white. Everything else is this gray. That is still like smoke in the wallpaper. So, yeah, smoke in the wallpaper. Nicholas, no, I do not. I'm a single mom. So there is no husband. I have never been married. So yeah. But anyway, so many people ask me that. Yeah, so if you see what I just did, I can erase this smoke. So I just erased a spot, but I'm like, I need like a humongous eraser if I want to like make this wall white. But this is wallpaper, so the owners they need to change their wallpaper anywhere. Their wallpaper was nasty when I came in here anyway, so I don't think I have to, like, I wouldn't have to pay for the wallpaper anyway because they need to change it anyway. That's just like normal like apartment stuff. Now the issue is this floor, and I'm really hoping that with their insurance, they're not going to make me pay for this floor, because I will say the rest of their floor is pretty bad too. They have like scratches and scrapes all up in the floor. This is like really cheap flooring anyway that they put down. But like I was trying to look, I was like, oh my gosh, is this something I can buy and like put down myself? But it looks like it's like a whole floor mat thing that is there. So yeah. What? I'm in school, but all my work is finished, so I didn't know what to do. Oh, no. And by the way, Nicholas, that's not rude. I don't mind people asking me questions, like about, blah, 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 my life. Like, I don't mind. I'm a YouTuber. My life is here for people to see, and our Instagram is very open. So, yeah, I don't mind those kind of questions. I think, there's certain ways people should ask questions, and there are for some people who don't know how to ask questions properly and are very rude. You are not that type of person. So I appreciate that. Just asking the question is fine. There's no harm, no foul, as they say. So yeah, so for Vlogmas, we do have Vlogmas videos that are recorded, and I'm supposed to be uploading them because Lily keeps getting mad at me and saying, "Mom, did you put up our Vlogmas?" And I'm like, "No." So she is like waiting for me, her mother, to upload our like Vlogmas videos. Even though it's late, it's just gonna be like Vlogmas 2020. Late is good. But it's okay because the reality is that after the fire I didn't feel like doing Vlogmas. Like I felt crazy after the fire. I could barely sleep. And then Saturday came, and then I lost my job. And so then I was just like, now I'm really like, what am I going to do? I have all these bills to pay. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just apply for a bunch of jobs. So I did. I applied for a bunch of jobs, but I still, like, my sleeping pattern is like worse now than it was before. I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm really not. So, like right now it's like 4:00 in the morning. I have not slept yet. After I finish this, I'm going to work out because like, even though I told you like, well, actually, I don't know if you heard me in the other video. I felt really tired before my interview. Like I felt tired from 10 p.m. And no, I'm not Korean. My daughter is half Korean. I felt really tired from 10 p.m. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I just feel so tired. And then like inside my brain was like, you have to do this interview, so you better not lay down in this freaking bed. So I didn't lay down because I knew if I had laid down, so I didn't lie down. So because I knew if I laid down that I would have fallen asleep. So I was just like, get up, go to the room, go look up more jobs. Like that's what I did. So I came in here and I was like, let me look at more jobs. Yeah, so that's what I did. But now I'm just like, okay, well, one, I was supposed to work out. I was supposed to do my workout. I didn't do that yet. And today was just my like floor workout, not my outside running, which is tomorrow. So I definitely need rest, ample rest for that, because 5K training, you can't really run when you're exhausted. I don't want to do that. I don't want to like collapse outside while running. It's really cold outside. It's really cold, guys. It was 16 degrees Fahrenheit today. And yeah, it's cold. It's cold. But our house, like our apartment, does not get very warm, and I don't want to turn up this floor heater because that bill is very high if I do that. Even though I don't have a job, like thankfully my parents, they can help out some, but they can't help out that much. So with that, I want to say thank you to everyone who has donated to us already, because because of the fire, like that's really helped us out a lot, because I did not expect to lose my job right after the fire. And I was really shocked. Oh, there's Lily. I was really shocked.
Mommy, on the finger, when I do this, it feels like my fingers cut.
Feels like your fingers cut?
Yeah, but I don't see one.
You don't see anything?
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, it looks like you got a little red spot. Maybe there's glass or something in your finger. Did you bite your finger a lot today? Uh-huh. Lily, they said hi to you. Nicholas said hi to you. He's also a Roblox gamer. Yeah, so here's Miss Lily. She's been there. She was so happy because I gave her my phone during the job interview, because I'm like, I need her to just be quiet. So she was like, I don't like it. I want you to be in the living room. So if I Because I just barely put the laptop back in here because we're about to put the Christmas tree up, which is going to be a part of our Vlogmas thing. Because we haven't done that. So yeah. And the next topic was about actually I don't want to talk about the next topic because somebody nosy walked in. Miss Nosy Rosie. She said she felt like something was in her finger. No, it says there's 2 people on, Nicholas. There were 3, but I don't know who the other person is. Yes. So I can see how many people are watching. They're watching in silence. That does not include me. I don't think that includes me. Why would it include me? I think it includes you. No, I don't think it includes me because even on the stream, like it will show 0. You know, like even when I'm like when Lily's gaming and I go on the stream, like in the chat, it will show 0 sometimes. So I don't think that includes me at all. Lily, hey, tell them what games you've been playing.
I've been playing Adopt Me and other kind of games.
You've been playing Adopt Me and what?
Another kind of game, but I'm not playing Bloxburg again, but I'll only play Bloxburg one more time so I can show you what I did.
You're only going to play Bloxburg one more time to show me what you did?
No, to show you my mom what I did and everyone else.
We're freezing. I don't know if a game is downloading because I was downloading a game on Steam and I'm
actually
no, they're all. I paused them. I paused all the games on Steam that were.
Actually, I'm going to just tell you right now. So
Hello. No, he said the mic isn't working again.
So I broke my house and
testing. Hello. What is up with this? This is crazy. 2 apps are using your microphone. What is the other app? This one isn't using my microphone. Okay, let's close this. Let's close this. Hold on. What is this? I don't know what this is. Teacher community. Am I still in? I'm trying to check to see if I'm still accidentally. No? Oh, okay. He hears me.
So guys, I destroyed my house in Bloxburg because I thought I could make another floor, but I destroyed it all and I couldn't make another floor because I forgot to get infinite building.
Okay, thank you, Hyunmin. Who are you, Hyunmin? By the way, are you one of my old students? I cannot remember you guys' names. But anyway, what was I gonna say? So someone had asked me today someone told me today that they wanted to live with us. And I was just like, why? Kapchagi, like all of a sudden, why? And this person doesn't talk to me often. Where are you going?
Back to the room.
Oh, okay. Bye, Miss. Back to the room. I need to take that trash out and put it outside. Thank you, Lily. You muted the video. Yeah. So anyway, I'm the one who loves McDonald's. I don't know what that means. Loves McDonald's. Who loves McDonald's? I don't know who loves McDonald's. She loves McDonald's. I don't know who loves McDonald's. Who's that? Yeah, so this person, a guy, asked to live with us, And I was like, what? No. Like, why? All of a sudden, like, it didn't make any sense. So, one thing is, all this year, I have stayed away from guys. Like, stayed away from guys. The only guys I really talk to are people I'm doing language exchange with on a language exchange application or in a Discord group that I'm in, or some YouTubers, like my YouTuber guy friends. That's it. I deleted every single dating app here in Korea because these guys are crazy. So, well, okay, no, not all of them. They're all not crazy, but there's just too much dealing with that. Like, just too much nonsense and too much yuck. So that's not my style. So I was just like, let me get away, let me get off. Bye. So whoever I had still in my Kakao, or my Kakao is the messaging system here in Korea, if you don't know. So whoever I had, Discord. Whoever I had like still on there, those are the guys I talked to. But there is a guy that I did go on like a date with. One, two, maybe a couple dates with. And and so I'm just like, okay, interesting, but why? Like, we barely talk. So for someone to say that to me, it's like, okay, one, you don't communicate with me enough to establish a relationship. And then the other side of that is, even if we were in a relationship, why would I want to live with you? Like, I'm sorry, I'm into my independent life, my INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? She got her own house, she got her own car, 2 jobs, work hard, she a bad brother. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry guys. That is 90 song. You know who I had to say bye-bye to? My dad. He's a psychopath. That is very sad. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, so anyways, 90s jam. Is it 90s or early 2000s? Something like that. It's old school. It's the good stuff. But anyway, what I'm saying is, like, it's just so, that was shocking to me today to hear that. And I was just like, you can, like, we can hang out. Like, that's all I can say. Like, we can hang out. Like, like, I don't know what that's about, but I'll figure it out. Just an interesting tale for you guys. So actually, I was going to do a whole like video. You agree with my thought? My thought about what? So I was going to do like this whole video about relationships in Korea and how like just the crazy things I have like heard, like the stalkers, crazy messages, like the dude who like came to game at my house and then like called me at like spammed my phone at 3 a.m. and it came to my apartment, like freaking ridiculous. I'm like, dude, you're drunk. You need to go now. I said, I have work. Like it was a Sunday night, like Sunday to Monday. Yeah. No, I have not seen your channel yet. I will look at your channel though. I promise. I always try to check out people's channels who tell me. So I will definitely do that. And yeah, so like it was like a Sunday night. I told him before he left because he was like, "Oh, I may come back by. Like we can game when I come back." So this guy, it was crazy. Okay, this guy was crazy. So firstly, let me tell you, dating in the US versus dating in Korea is very different. And the standards or whatever, you know, the like people coming over to your house is not the same as in the US. So if they come over to your house in Korea, they think you want to do something. And, you know, so I have to let them know, hey, no, remember, I have a kid. She will be there. So I just want to literally play video games. That is what I do. I'm a gamer. I want to game. I saw you. You're a gamer. So we're going to game. So this dude comes and he's like, yeah. All right. Let me see what games you play. Let me see them. And okay. So I'm like showing him this game. It's a little bit scary. It's Amnesia Dark Descent. He was like, okay, that's cool. He's like, but this looks hard. Don't you want to try an easier game? I was like, what? I was like, what are you talking about, dude? Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about, dude? I was like, this is a good game. Like, why? I want an easy game. Like, what are you trying to say? And so then I switched. Like, I was like, okay, fine. Let's go to Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead is not that challenging. It's a first-person shooter game. It's easy. I mean, easier, I guess. So we go to Left 4 Dead, and he's like, I'll just watch you. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And so, like, you know, I jump in, and I'm just like, yeah, blah, blah. I put on my headset because I need to hear, like, the monsters and stuff. You have to hear, like, boomers and tanks and all of them. You have to hear that. So I put on my headset, and I'm, like, going, and I'm, like, saying stuff in the mic. He's like, hey. This game isn't it kind of scary? And I'm just like, so I was like, okay. So I just stopped and I was like, do you actually play games? Like, I was like, do you really play video games? And he was like, actually, that's not me playing video games on Instagram. That's my friend. And I was like, the whole time we have talked, you have said that you are the one who plays the games because they even told me, yes, I play games most nights. That is what they said, but that was a lie. So to find out they lied about playing games, like, why would you tell me that's not you when you already told me that was you? It doesn't make sense. I'm like, do you live with your friend? Like, that's what I said. Do you live with your friend? He's like, no. Eh? Yes, there will be a gaming video. I will go live in game, I promise. I don't know what game yet, though, because I mostly play Left 4 Dead still because that's just dope in Korean servers. There's some crazy Korean servers, so I may do that and show the crazy Korean servers if I get in a crazy Korean server, because not all of them are like that, but there are some that are just really outrageous. Yeah, you can suggest a game. I don't know. I have a lot of games. I have a ton of games. Like, so many games. I probably need another terabyte hard drive because my computer is not going to handle this. Excusez-moi. So anyway, that dude, he said that, and I'm just like, okay. Anyway, this whole time, this dude is like texting on his phone, and then his guy friend calls, and I'm just like, okay, now he's just skipping out, because now he's just being shady and just being like rolling out. He's like, oh, I'm supposed to be going to eat with my friend. I'm like, then why did you come here? Why did you waste my time and complain about the game? Why? Like, I didn't understand that. Like, that's dumb. Like, you already told me, oh yeah, I'll come over, let's game. Like, if you tell me let's come over, let's game, I think you're gonna be there for, like a couple hours, because games take a while. Takes you a while to warm up to a game, and then it takes you, then you play together. But no, this guy didn't do that. And then he rolls out, and he's like, oh, I might come back later after dinner. I'm like, no, it's okay because I have to work tomorrow. He's like, oh, what time do you go to work? I was like, early, and I have to take my daughter to daycare, so early. Like, I get up at like 6:30 early. He's like, oh, okay. Tell me why. 4 a.m. This dude is calling my phone, and I am like, stop. I answer. I was like, stop calling my phone. Stop. It's like, I'm on my way back to your place. I said, no, you're not. I said, you're not coming to my place. I said, I have work. Like, I was mad because, the biggest pet peeve of mine is, you have to go in 2 minutes. Okay. I don't know that game, but the biggest pet peeve of mine is waking up before my alarm. waking up before my alarm. If it is like an hour before my alarm, 2 hours before, it makes me crazy because it is so hard for me to get back to sleep. Like it is hard for me to go back to sleep. So I was like so angry. I was like, and also Lily, we sleep together. We co-sleep. So Lily's in there sleeping, and this fool keeps calling my phone. So I'm just like, you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna keep talking to this dude. I'm like, blah 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 blah. He came to my door. He still came to my door, and he was like, I heard footsteps. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get out of bed too. So I go out there and I'm like yelling at him. Well, I was trying not to yell. I was like, you need to leave. You need to leave now. I was like, I'm going to call the police. And thankfully, my neighbor next door to me, she was an older lady who I worked with. She was like, hey, people are sleeping. You need to leave. And he left. So I was just like, oh my gosh, this freaking crazy stalker guy. Like, that's freaking creepy. And I mean, he called my phone like 30 times in a row. And every time I told him, no, I am sleeping. Stop calling me. And I kept hanging up. And he was obviously like really, really drunk. And I was just like, oh my goodness, never again. Never again. Like, I was like, I have to. Okay, bye, Nicholas. And at 3, I don't know what time 3 is. I don't know what time it is right now. Is that in 15 minutes? I don't know. Yes, thank you. I hope so too. Bye, Hyunmin. Hyunmin Shi. Not sure who you are, Mr. McDonald's. Yeah, okay, maybe I'll still be here in 15 minutes. Yeah, but anyways, because of that situation, and actually, no, I think that was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, not last year. 2 years ago, because of that situation, I was just like, you know what? It's probably a good idea for me to just get rid of all the dating apps, all the things, because I don't need that kind of stuff in my life. I just don't need that kind of stress. And so, you know, I actually had a conversation with one of my good friends. We were on the phone for almost 6 hours, 6 hours the other day. And we talked about a lot of things, but we talked about the idea of, you know, if I stayed in Korea, and well, they're coming to Korea as well. So you living in Korea, do you think, you know, you would marry a Korean guy or a foreign guy? And I said, honestly, I don't really think about that. I don't really think about who I would marry because I'm comfortable in my situation now. Like I'm comfortable where I am now. And I just try to think about Lily and, you know, making sure that all of her stuff is set and that she is set, because that is my job as a parent. Like I need to make sure that she's set, and children being set does not mean they need to have a mother and father. That is not what that means, because I know there are some people out there who think that's what that means. And as many people know, and as one of our people here, Nicholas, had even said that, you know, he had, you know, he just said his dad was a psychopath. So not everybody who grows up with two parents has a good life. You know, growing up with two parents doesn't mean that everything is okay and that everything will be okay. That's not reality. So I get sick and tired of when people constantly try to put that onto me, and they're like, oh, you know, Lily needs a father in her life, blah, blah, blah. You're going to mess her up. No, I'm not. I'm not going to mess her up. People like you who put those words by her, in her head, in her ear, those are the people who are going to mess her up. And I'm going to keep y'all away from her. So if y'all got crazy, like if people are you the only one? No, there's someone else. I think there's one other person. I think you're the only one in the chat though. But people who do that, you know, I think you have your own insecurities that you need to take care of. You need to probably go see a therapist and talk about your issues. Because I've grown up in a household. My mom was a single mom before she married my dad. My sister is a single mother of 2. And like, you know, I've seen them be so much more. And even one of my other like even one of my friends was, you know, I have a best friend who was a single mom, you know, with 2 kids. So I've seen that. I've seen that in many different ways, and many different aspects, many different views. And it's not all Black women. It's not only white women from the trailer parks, and I get tired of these perceptions that people try to put on single mothers or even single fathers. It doesn't ruin the child. Your how you raise them can change that, but it is up to you. It is up to you what you do for your child, how they will grow and develop. So I teach this child is, oh my goodness, Lily is amazing. Lily is strong. Lily is awesome. And I tell her these things. I'm like, Lily, you're beautiful. You're strong. You're amazing. You're smart. You're brilliant. And she will say, Mommy, I'm too stupid. I can't learn this. I said, no, baby. You're not stupid. I said, you just didn't learn it yet. So there's a difference. You just didn't learn it yet. And, and sometimes, she does go through those moments and she's like, oh, I wish I had a daddy. And I said, okay, well, let's pray about it. Let's pray about it. Let's pray about a daddy. And then she told me, then she started saying to me, she was like, Mommy, we gotta be healthy girls so that you can get me a daddy. And I was like, yeah, we should be healthy. I think so. And then she said, Mommy, I'm not saying you're fat. I'm saying that I don't want you to die early. And I said, wow, she's only 5. And she says this, Young Mina, it is not Merry Christmas yet, but thank you. It's not Christmas yet, but I do like Merry Christmas early. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Yeah, exciting. Yes, but this girl, she is so amazing. Lily is so talented. Like she has so many skills. Like I already see it in her. Like, how you can look at people, like you can look at a kid's face and you can look at, okay, I don't know if y'all saw the movie Face Reader. I did like a review on it way back when, but it reminds me of that. Like they read the face and then they can, see what type of person they will be. So that's how I see Lily. Like I just always stare at her face. I'm just like, wow, she's just such a precious, like kind, caring, strong little individual. And you can see in her face that she has so much like determination and she has so much joy. And she just like this all just radiates from her. And it's just so beautiful to me. And so like I just tell her all the time, I'm just like, you're just so beautiful. How did you get so beautiful? Wow, you're so amazing. You're just so gorgeous. Lily. Oh my gosh, you're the cutest thing ever. And she just says, yes, I know. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom, like this. And it's just amazing to me. Having a kid is amazing. And and some people ask me if you had to do it again, would you still go through it? And I said, of course I would. I said, if I would have known before I had Lily that this child would be this awesome, I would have I would have been maybe I would have worked out more even more during my pregnancy than I did. Even though I did work out during my pregnancy, I blew up. Oh my gosh, I blew up like a freaking hot air balloon. It was bad. It was bad. Like I had some major like health problems during the pregnancy. And that was another thing my friend and I talked about was like if I would have another, like if I thought about having another child in the future, like if I got married. And I was like, right now, I'm not thinking about that because I'm just trying to get my body back right. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but my face slimmed a bit. So I'm on the right track. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And of course, this is my real hair. Back to my real hair. No pink wig because the pink wig went up in flames. Literally, the pink wig died, and my dad was happy. My dad was like, see, that's a sign. I'm like, no, that's a fire. Yeah, so that pink wig is bye-bye. It's sad, though. A lot of people love that wig, but I really wanted to go back to my hair just because, like, there's just something special about wearing your own hair, and I'm trying to get into hairstyles and figure that out and stuff. And just kind of be me. Be me. Not have to do wigs, and I don't really do anything else, but not have to do wigs or, try to be like these girls who do the body shape apps to make themselves look better on Instagram. I don't want to do that. Like I don't need to do that. I don't have to do that. And my thing is, if someone if a guy meets me, like I don't want them to be disappointed, and they meet me in person and be like, this is not, you look better on Instagram. Like, I don't want that to happen. I'm not trying to catfish nobody. I'm not a catfish out here. So I always tell people too, I'm like, my face looks nicer than the rest of me. I am an overweight individual. I am not skinny. I am an athletic being, but I am not in shape right now. So, I mean, although like I don't spread as much maybe as other people when they gain weight, but you can definitely tell that I am overweight. My stomach comes out, so yeah, and my thighs get big. But the first thing to slim down is always my face, which is exciting because it shows I'm working. So I'm excited. So as I said, after this, I'm going to be doing like a floor workout. So even though I feel tired, I want to get it in because I know I have to shower and take off this makeup anyway. So I'm like, let me work out. So that's the thing. But speaking of workout, I want to talk about my health stuff. And supposedly, I was supposed to go to the hospital last week, Thursday and Friday. So last week, Thursday, I was supposed to go to the ophthalmologist, the eye doctor. Hello, Nicholas. The eye doctor to check to see if my eyes have gotten better with the medication I'm on. And then Friday, I was supposed to go to the neurologist, which I did not know. I had in my head, in my phone, in my memory, that it was supposed to be the 17th and 18th, which is this week. But that is not the case. However, since I lost my job, I wasn't planning to go anyway. And I tried to call the hospital, couldn't reach them. They tried to call me. Lily had my phone. She didn't answer, so I missed the call. Tried to call them back, still couldn't get it. Tried to call like 20 more times, couldn't get through. So I just said, forget it. So that's another reason why I'm trying to hurry up and get work and get money, because I really need to see the neurologist and the ophthalmologist neurologist, because he actually got that appointment for me with the ophthalmologist because she wasn't going to see me until next year. And like I need to get it checked because now the migraines have started to get strong again, and I'm getting them pretty frequently again. And yeah, that's one of the concerns the neurologist had, was about the migraines. And usually that means that the pressure in your brain and spine has increased. So after seeing them, I was supposed to be admitted in the hospital for 1 day to check the pressure in my spine. So to have another spinal tap procedure so they could check the pressure and then to go from there. So the neurologist already explained everything to me, and he told me that if the pressure was too much, that I would need to do a different procedure instead of the spinal tap procedure. So I can't do that right now because I don't have the money to do that. That ophthalmologist visit is expensive. The tests that she does, the specialized tests, are expensive, and it's really like frustrating right now because like I know that's something very important, since I almost went blind earlier this year due to this, but I'm not in that critical stage of it right now. So I'm waiting until I get more work, until I get work, and money coming in before I go back. I also didn't want to take the risk of I didn't really want to go at this time anyway, because I didn't want to end up being in the hospital on Christmas, because that was my concern because of the scheduling he was talking about. And I'm just like, I do not want to be in a hospital on Christmas. I don't really want to be in a hospital at all right now with coronavirus. That just doesn't sound great. And then, of course, COVID in Korea is very crazy right now. There are over 1,000 cases here. It's just it's intense because now they've started, like, they did a curfew, not a curfew, but they did a curfew for like restaurants, early shutdown. They did early shutdown for buses and trains. They did early, they closed down like all the tourist locations, which makes me really sad because I was actually planning on going to like some spots. But actually, I saw some people on Instagram with us in some of these places that I thought were going to be closed. So I was like, how is that possible? So I needed to look up to see. Of course, I've been to America. I'm American. Yeah, so I've seen them like in these places, but I'm gonna have to look it up. So actually, Lily and I are supposed to go and find Christmas decorations and take videos and pictures like that. So I'm hoping that we're going to do that, and I'm hoping that tomorrow you'll see those Vlogmas videos. Yeah, I mean, it's not every day of Vlogmas because we didn't do that. And I do have one song that I did record that was supposed to be out, that was supposed to be uploaded December 1st, but I couldn't because of all the stuff I was going through with the fire. So, yeah. But there will be Christmas songs coming soon, and Lily is supposed to sing one too, but we'll see how she's feeling because well, actually, she does do something kind of fun on one of the videos. So just kind of singing, kind of interesting song. Yeah. So anything else? Anything else? What else is in my update? Oh, I'm in a really great Korean learning Discord, which was created by Chris Lyon. Chris Lyon is he was the black male actor who played Tony in Itaewon Class Korean drama. So if you're interested in joining that Discord, I will let you know that it is mostly black people, but it is open to everyone. But yeah, because he posted it on his Instagram. But it is open to everyone, and if you want to practice your Korean writing, there is that. Oh, and oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I did a 3-hour Korean session with one of my language exchange people from Tandem, and I will say that was probably the most stressful 3 hours of my life. We did, like, he pushed me a lot, and he was having me do direct translation. Like, so he asked me like some questions. He's like, "Tell me about this," and so I told him, and like I he typed in English, and he was like, "All right, now direct translation," and I'm just like, what? So I had to direct translate my sentences, and I realized that I have some major sentence structure issues when it comes to trying to do a direct translation. Because when I think direct translation, I cannot think of the sentence structure. I cannot think of grammar points. Like I have not tried to write in Korean, like really write, like academic writing or just writing about myself. I have not tried to do that in a long time because I finished that program, the Korean program, last October. That's a whole year ago, over a year ago. And after that, I've been doing some study, but I was doing reading practice, just reading practice. I wasn't really studying to, I wasn't really studying to really perfect sentences. And I was also kind of pushing myself more to speak to people more in Korean, which I have done because my neighbors are old people and I have to speak to them if I'm outside because they won't leave me alone. So yeah, so that's that's all I've been doing. So I haven't really been studying as much as I had planned to. But that has changed since I joined the Korean Discord. I actually taught a lesson. I taught the level one lesson and did the vocabulary and asked them questions and, went through that and, told them how to use AO, EAO, and YAO. So yeah, it was a really good thing for me because it was like refreshing my mind. Like, hey, these are the ending sentences. Hey, iga, unun, like just trying to go through those things. That was really helpful for me. But yeah, 3-hour study session was rough, but that guy is really sweet and he was really kind and I'm really happy he helped me. Yeah. I talked about so many things in this stream and I did not expect to talk about all these crazy things, but I have a lot of crazy stories from Korea and I have like I'm in a group and they one person has asked me to they said I should do that on my YouTube, but I'm not big on the story time things. But at the same time, I used to write a blog about those kind of stories. But that blog it's kind of like a hidden blog. It's not as easy to find, but like it's still there. But I don't know if I'm going to revive it or not because I love to write. So I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not. Oof. Are you down in Roblox over there, Nicholas? Oof. Yes, but I think that is all. I think I said everything I needed to say. Oh no, I didn't say everything. So some people have asked, Ren, why are you not applying for jobs in Korea? Why are you doing remote online teaching? The thing is, my beautiful child cannot go to daycare right now because the ones by us are full. And they will not have spots until March. Yay! So, yeah, so one, because of COVID, she wasn't going this year anyway, but I was trying to get her in by December because I was like, oh, let me get her in because I wanted to get a part-time job. Can't get her in, and I'm still wanting a part-time job. But there may be some part-time jobs online here in Korea, some other part-time jobs. I don't want to do part-time video calling again. I did that. I did not enjoy it very much at all. And I'm a firm believer of not doing what you don't enjoy. I will say that I do miss my school. Bye, Nicholas. I do miss my school in Wonju. I do miss that school because 3 years, spending 3 years in one job, that was it was a pretty good place. It was a pretty good environment. I'll say my first year there was the best year, and my last year there was the second best year. Yeah, because that middle year that was rough. Like that second year was something else. And I almost didn't stay for the third year, but I was really glad that I did. I was really happy in the third year, and I just really did love the school. The staff was amazing. The principal, the principal was very sweet. The vice principal was fine, and our administrators they tried their best. And most of them they were really kind to me until that. I mean, there were some incidences in the second year. That's why the second year wasn't my favorite, because of some stuff that happened, and it made me look like I was a bad person. And I mean, not really to look like a bad person, but it maybe change the way they thought of me, which upset me because I was not the one who caused the problem. But because of what happened and the way it happened, it seemed like I was trying to kind of go over them. And that made me really sad because, like, I wasn't trying to do that. Like, I wasn't trying to do something I wasn't allowed to do. I wasn't trying to, like, make anyone uncomfortable. Like, I was just doing what I knew to do. But it was really due to a new coworker um, who didn't know what they were doing. Honestly, that person who was in that position, they didn't know all the things that they were supposed to do, and it turns out that they learned it, but they relied too much on other people, and so they would ask for clarification from people who don't know that role. So, of course, that would cause many mix-ups, and yeah, it was just not a pleasant experience in that second year, and it really made me sad because I did love that school. I love my students. Oh my gosh, that was the hardest thing ever leaving them, and I'm trying not to tear up because I really do miss them. I see their posts on Instagram and their pictures on Facebook, and I'm just like, I miss them. And I still miss my students from Semchuk when I first came to Korea to teach. And, those students, they're so sweet. I still think about my students in Jeonju from that Hagwon I was at. Like, I think about all of my students. I love every single one of my students. There's just, something special about that teacher student bond. And, when you build those relationships, they really stick with you because each student just has something unique and special they bring. And even with Cambly, like losing my job with Cambly, like I just felt horrible because my students, they I didn't get to say goodbye to them. They don't even know where I went. And it's just really painful, it's painful. It sucks. It's not fair. Like I would have liked to have at least known. They'd be like, it would have been nice if they'd be like, okay, tomorrow we're going to sorry to inform you, but tomorrow you will no longer be a tutor or something like that. I would have rather them said that, you know. Or we will deactivate. We have decided to deactivate your account at the end of the next pay period. Okay, that's fine. I will work my booty off to get more money before you do that. And it would have been great because then I could have said goodbye to my students. Um, you know, I know why they don't. I know why they don't because I know they don't do that because people would probably just be like, well, if I'm losing my job anyway, I'm going to take these students with me, or I'm going to try to. And because they do have those types of issues. But yeah, I miss them. I like can remember all of their faces, and it just makes me so sad, especially the ones I was helping with like IELTS and TOEFL, and I'm just like, I'm their test prep teacher. I'm their test prep teacher. I'm the one helping them to reach their goal, to make these good grades, and yet now I'm just gone. And they were really comfortable with me, and that takes a time. Takes so much time to build that rapport and to build that relationship, and to just have that taken away from you like that. And that was the morning. It was 6 hours before my first reservation. 6 hours before my first reservation. My first reservation was the TOEFL test prep. Oh my gosh. It's just not right. It's just not right. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. It is about to be an hour. Am I going to work out? Yes, I'm still going to work out. I know you can see like my eyes look sleepy, but I have to work out because I promised myself I would. So I'm I'm hoping I'm not gonna fall asleep on the floor, but I'm literally just gonna go get my mat, come back on the other side and do that. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So everyone, love you. Thanks for watching this very long stream if you get through it. And I will see you next time. Annyeong. Peace, love, and Christmas.